On Breakingviews this morning, why HSBC needs to put some hard numbers on its China ambitions and why Qatar's role in the marriage of Glencore and Xstrata is only half done. Chris Hughes is with me. Morning to you, Chris. HSBC, it looks like they're going to offload Penang. Peter Tal Larsen, your columnist in Hong Kong, says they should actually go further now and do a little bit more.
Well, he's just raising questions about what HSBC is really doing with its other big financial stakes in China. So it was previously thought that it would sort of ruffle too many feathers for HSBC to sell down Ping An, but obviously now within a broader strategy of pulling back from insurance, it's actually the sensible thing to do.
Yeah. And they're going to make
they're going to make a decent return.
Make a decent return on
around about sort of 20% annualized. So this stake, which should be worth about I think it's worth about over $9 billion current market value. Nice little earner for HSBC, but then it makes the stake in Bank of Communications look a little bit odd. I mean, this is another stake also worth about $10 billion, seemingly has strategic value, but I mean there is a slight disconnect here.
So why not get out of that too?
Why not get out? I mean, I think it's for HSBC to give shareholders a bit more detail and clarity on what that's really bringing, because as HSBC shareholders, as far as they're concerned, this thing is actually consuming capital. HSBC had to put money into its rights.
There is this issue though that they may strain relations with China, right? Well, but you're saying because of Penang.
If that's true, why didn't that stop them selling down Penang?
They want to keep a hand in there again.
So, I mean, it's a lot of money tied up in that stake, and it looks almost certain to stay a minority stake for some time. It's not clear there's any path to control. So, is HSBC Capital really best placed tied up there? They need to show why.
Okay, Glencore Xstrata. Now this story is about Qatar abstaining from the vote on retention bonuses. This will likely mean it'll go ahead without key staff being locked in, I guess. Yeah. And your columnist is saying that's a bit inconsistent, a bit weak of Qatar?
It's a bit odd of Qatar, because if you remember, Qatar suddenly crashed into this merger a few months ago. Very bold, very public, questioning the terms, demanding better financial terms from Glencore, even putting a number on what it thought was the right price for Xstrata. I mean, you can't get much more interventionist, activist than that. And then what you have is this rather sort of weak abstention on a key side vote, which, as you say, is about whether Xstrata staff should be locked in with this $220 million retention plan. Now, our understanding is that Qatar won't vote for it because it thinks it's a little bit excessive. It agrees with the idea in principle of retaining, but it's just a bit too big.
Get involved, right?
and it's not going to vote against it because it agrees with the idea in principle. But as you say, there's probably a lot of other factors. It's all a bit controversial. They're fine putting their head above the parapet on the terms, but they don't want to wade into a sort of hot UK debate or a governance debate on pay. And there's some regulatory probes going on at the moment.
So inconsistent at best, you think?
Look, I mean, the thing is, it'd be better just to, if they really don't think it's right, then logically they should vote it down. But why has there been this sudden sort of failure of engagement? They intervene on the price, and yet somehow it's all sort of fizzled. I mean, wasn't there some kind of communication between Xstrata and the lead shareholder? Why have they not been so effective behind the scenes? It's a bit of a mystery.
Okay, Chris, many thanks for that. Chris Hughes, if you want to watch our US show, comes on every day, 12:30 Eastern, 17:30 GMT. I'm Axel Threlfall, this is Reuters.